I'm Richard Cole. I'm one of the board members of the Dutch Bitcoin Foundation, and I'd like to ask this question from this official question from the Dutch government. Please tell us, what are the different profiles of the various types of investors and users, and the types of financial products and services that are based on crypto tokens that they might be using?
Well, again, it's difficult to say at the moment. I think a lot of the early users at the moment are people who are involved in high technology. We're seeing a lot of investors interested in investing in startups in the Bitcoin space, and that's one of the most promising areas because that represents investment directly in innovation and technology research and development. That's the area that is generating jobs, and I think that's very interesting. We also see speculative investment. So there's a lot of people using Bitcoin as a speculative investment, trading Bitcoin on Bitcoin markets. That activity is generally very high risk because Bitcoin has extremely high volatility. And certainly we are seeing a lot of that going on. But it's not very interesting to me because it doesn't reflect the technology and the innovation. It's basically treating Bitcoin as a stock that can be traded in a stock market. And really, Bitcoin is too small to be a stock. It's too volatile, and that activity resembles gambling more than anything else. I hope that answers your question.
Certainly. I'd like to extend the question now. This is something that we've spoken about at Bitcoin Wednesday and within the Stifting extensively. Please also tell us, what are the different profiles of the various users and the types of non-financial products and services based on crypto tokens that they are using? So non-financial.
We're beginning to see a lot of interesting uses of the blockchain technology in order to do secure registration of assets. So for example, and I think this would be a perfect example for Amsterdam, one of the projects that I've seen that has been of great interest to me is a project to create a registry for bicycles. So as an anti-theft mechanism for bicycles, I've heard that you have bicycles in Amsterdam.
One or two.
One or two. And so bicycle anti-theft activities, in many cities around the world, you can register your bicycle with a local police department and have them etch a serial number or stamp a serial number on the frame in order to protect it from theft. These systems are not very distributed, and they're relatively difficult to operate because they're highly centralized. Blockchain technologies allow you to do secure timestamp databases, and what that means is that you can take something like a bicycle registration, record it in the blockchain, and then be able to transfer the ownership of the bicycle using a standard Bitcoin-like transaction, where what you're transacting is not the value itself, but the use of a tiny amount of Bitcoin as a token of ownership, as a title of ownership of an asset. You could do this with bicycles, you could do it with cars, you could do it with houses to buy and sell a house, for example. What that would allow you to do is also to apply other techniques such as escrow to protect buyer and seller without having to expose them to the risk of a third-party escrow service. You can do automated escrow in Bitcoin without anyone taking custody of the funds by using the network as the escrow service. There are many exciting possibilities around registration and timestamping offered by this technology.